All right, everyone, just give me a moment while I set us up, and then we will start. All right, everyone, we are back. Brenda, you know my younger brother Aaron was in Dallas. How far is Dallas from San Antonio? It's not that far, right?
No, it's probably about 4 hours, 5 hours.
Okay. Well, you know, you would think somebody would do a detour to San Antonio.
Especially if you got him a PS5.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I did get him a PS5. And no, he didn't do a detour, but I'm just joking. He's a great brother. I have two great brothers, so that it's great. All right, is anyone ready with their paperwork? Let me see. All right, so everyone at the jail, we're just waiting for your attorneys to log on, and then we will take up your matters. Norma Ferguson on Nicholas Valdez. I think that's going to get recalled, Mr. Valdez. Your attorney had to be in another court this afternoon. So just give us a moment. We're going to see what date.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, so we're going to try to, I'm going to make sure that you get it no later than next week. All right.
Copy that.
All right, and could someone let Attorney Suzanne Kramer know that the dismissal has been tendered for her client, Mr. Caldwell? Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Mr. Valdez, we're going to bring you back on March 9th.
March 9th, got it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. Is there a deputy near you or no?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you let him know that you're done for the day?
Thank you.
All right, have a great rest of your day.
You too.
And Rebecca, I do have the motions you wanted me to sign. I just have a question about a couple of them.
Okay.
And let me pull it up. See where it is. All right, to the state. Can you tell me is whose case this is? It's 2011 CR 7503B. I don't know if that's criminal trial division or family violence.
CTD.
All right, could you all meet me in breakout room number 1? And Rebecca, could you meet me in 1, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Just give me a moment, Mr. Rodriguez. Could somebody from family violence come to breakout room number 1, please? And everyone just give me a moment. I'm still waiting for them to give me the paperwork. Just 1 moment, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We do have a plea. Cornelius Cox. He's a
Yes,
joint.
Judge.
Hi. Okay, who do you have?
I have Willis, Anthony Willis. Alexander Willis.
Okay, is that criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial.
Okay, I'm gonna send you.
And I spoke yesterday. I had things kind of worked out, but Judge Angelini made us come back today. So what I need, Judge, is a deal. The prosecutor, we have a deal done, but I just got to find the evidence that he was in jail up in Tarrant County and Dallas County. And I'm just trying to verify those dates. That's the only
Right.
problem. That's the only hang up.
Well, so has the plea been done or not been done?
Not been done. So you give me the prosecutor again, Judge, and then put me in a breakout room with her and
Yes.
let me talk to her again.
So I'll put you guys to number 2, and if we can do the plea, and then I won't pronounce sentence until you have the other information for me.
Oh, that's fine, Judge.
All right, so I'll send you to number 2. Ross
All
Rodriguez.
Hey, Judge, how you doing? Back from this morning.
Yes, your client, I guess there was an issue and she hasn't logged back in.
Well, you had set for her to show up in the courtroom at 2 p.m., Your Honor, in person. So I'm not sure if she's there or not. I can't see from my screen.
Well, it was either if she couldn't get her equipment to work, then to show up in court. Deputy Laura, is there anyone in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. She
Oh,
is.
There she is.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what is Ms. Wilmer, if you could come forward for me, please. All right, so what is happening with Ms. Wilmer?
I spoke with Mike Villarreal, Your Honor, and we did discuss the case, Judge. He did make an offer. However, there's some discovery that still has maybe outstanding. I let Mike know about it, and he says probably just go ahead and get a hold of the IT. So that's why I want to just ask for 30-day reset, Judge, to make sure I have all the discovery before I entertain the offer right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Ferguson, on Ms. Wilmer, can I have a 30-day reset, please? All right, we're going to come back on March 30th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Wilmer, you're more than welcome to appear by Zoom, but you're just going to have to make sure that you understand how to work the Zoom, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Right.
Your Honor.
That's
And
okay.
it's- Can I please say it's McCutcheon?
McCutcheon? Okay,
Yes.
they have you on
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
docket as Wilmert.
No, Your Honor.
It's McCutcheon, Your Honor.
All right, so counsel, you'll need to work on getting that changed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Well, Ms. McCutcheon, then make sure you get your issues resolved with Zoom and you can appear by Zoom, all right?
Yes, Your Honor. I knew what the problem was. It was my camera. I didn't have it turned on me and it was turned on the other direction.
Okay, no problem.
that's
And if you'll just remain in the courtroom, they're going to give you the reset form and then you're excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
thank you. You're welcome. All right, Kelly Piddle, you have Martinez.
Yes, sure.
Who's the prosecutor on Martinez?
Marcus, Judge.
Let me see. Marcus Sanders. He's in a breakout room. Is there anyone who could stand in? Any prosecutor who can stand in, please?
I can, Judge Chure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, the court is going to call 2021 CR 10090, State of Texas versus Isaiah Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Chure Garcia.
for the defense?
Kelly Piddle.
And are you Isaiah Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to show you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video Conference. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? It appears that you are. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Martinez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That is a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
All right.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,000 fine. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution and no contact with Robert Wagner, Waggoner. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
And
Your
did
Honor.
you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
Any objections?
No objection.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding you guilty as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. I'll just ask that you follow the plea bargain.
Mr. Martinez,
Yes, Your Honor.
how does an argument go from an argument about somebody taking up living room space by building extra walls in the living room to a shooting? What was going through your mind?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I was at work. There's really nothing I
So
can say about that.
wait. If you're saying that you didn't shoot anybody, are you asking for a jury trial?
No, no.
Well, so
Yeah,
here's the
I'm
thing.
trying-
If you're
I'm-
saying, wait, time out. If you're saying that you were never even at this location, that a shooting occurred, you're not there when the shooting occurs, you're at work, then that's telling me you want a jury trial.
Right now, I'm just trying to get out because my mom right now, she has breast cancer right now.
Nope,
and I'm trying to-
nope. Either you want a jury trial or you don't. I'm not going to have someone who is trying to say or telling me that you were not even at the location, that you were at work. When I read the police report and all the police reports, you were there during this shooting and you're the person who shot the complainant. Mr. Piddle, would you like to talk to your client in a breakout room?
Sure, Judge. I mean, he pled no contest. He's not contesting the evidence. So,
Well, he's
As
saying he wasn't even there. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Piddle, and I understand the no contest plea and what it means. But he's saying he wasn't even at the location. He was at work.
I understand that.
So, I mean, does he want to go forward? I'm sure, Mr. Martinez, wherever you were working, don't they have a punch clock, or are they just paying you and you're not showing up?
It was by under the table. It was by cash. It was
Judge, it was a landscaping job. There's no.
demolished.
Well, Mr. Martinez, jury trials have resumed. If you want a jury trial, we will give you a jury trial.
Oh man, I would like to go with the plea bargain.
Defense, do you have any objections or any qualms about us continuing with this, with the court continuing with the sentence?
No, Your Honor. We've discussed his defense and the plea offer, and he wishes to go forward and plead to this case, we ask that you follow the plea bargain.
All right. And just so the record can hear, the record is clear. I'm reading the police report. It says the third witness, Sergio Garcia, was outside the home when the shooting occurred. Sergio said he comes by to help the homeowner with yard work and other home improvement projects. Sergio had just arrived and was walking up the front door to the address listed above. Sergio said he heard yelling from inside the house and someone say, "I'm going to shoot you." Sergio heard a gunshot and saw the suspect, and they have you listed as the suspect, Mr. Martinez, run out of the front door holding a pistol. The suspect said, "I'm going to jail," as he ran by Sergio. Sergio went into the house and discovered the complainant suffering from a gunshot wound to his arm. Sergio helped in wrapping the complainant's arm to help stop the bleeding. Sergio named the suspect by name. All right. Do you have any children, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, I have 3 of them.
What are their ages?
9, 6, and 4.
All right. And what's up with the tattoo on your hand? Let me see it.
The little mouth.
All right. Why would you do that?
Because it's the Joker from Suicide Squad.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I was young and dumb. at
No
the time,
problem.
so.
Well, no, you can't be young and dumb. Suicide Squad hasn't been out for years.
Yeah, but I still consider myself.
If
kinda
you were to
young.
get the ship of what they had in the Goonies painted on you, I'd be like, yeah, okay. That's like in the 80s. But the Suicide Squad has been
4 or 5 years. 4 years. Yeah.
So how old are you?
20. I still consider young at the time. I'm 26 and I just turned 26 on Valentine's Day.
Oh, well, nobody should forget your birthday. What is the tattoo on your chest?
It's my daughter's middle name, Faith, and my baby mama's name in Chinese.
All right, let's say the mother of my child. Do you
The mother of
speak
my child.
Chinese?
No, ma'am.
How do you know that's correct?
I kind of Googled. I went to Google and looked it up and kind of see what Yeah.
Do you have any contact with your children?
Yes, my daughter.
And where are your other children?
With the mother. With the mother. I have two baby mamas. Yeah.
Well, 2 women who are mother of your children.
Yeah, guys. Yes.
And I will tell you this, as a part of probation, people don't take notice of it. But as a part of your probation, you have to support your dependents,
Yes.
which will be your children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you ever used any drugs?
Before, yes, I was clean 4 months before I got arrested. So, right now
What
that's not on
drugs?
my mind. Marijuana.
And what else?
I used to drink, but not too much.
So you're telling me in your lifetime, you've only used marijuana?
Meth, yes, but that's not really a problem.
Okay. All right. How far did you go in school?
I got my high school diploma. I was supposed to go to a college to get my CDO a week after. Okay, so I got locked up on August 16th. I was supposed to go August 19th to interview to get my CDO, but I kind of got mixed up with getting locked up and stuff. So that kind of.
And when you're released from jail, where are you going to be staying?
With my mom.
Does she want you there?
Yes. She's sick. She just went to surgery for her breast cancer. So she wants me to go take care of her and my daughter. I have a job of cleaning swimming pools when I get out. So it's a little win-win for me. I got my daughter, to help me pass what I got to do for probation and all that. So I'm gonna succeed. That's my
right.
goal.
And what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Is it, I'm going to be a pool cleaner? I'm going to be.
No. I'm gonna get my CDO and from there work on. I'm planning on around 36, 37 to have my own house and off of probation if
Okay, well, if you get your own house, guess what? You can put up as many walls as you want to. On Seinfeld, Kramer said he was going to make his entire apartment all wood.
Oh, really?
That's what he said he was going to do. Jerry told him, I'll bet you don't do that. He's like, okay, I'll bet you. And then you know what ended up happening? Kramer didn't do it. He's like, bets off. So I don't owe you anything. So you can put up 30, 40 walls in your house if you want to, but it has to be your house, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. 6 years deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine will be probated. No contact with Robert Wagner. Restitution, if any, to Robert Wagner and Mr. Piddle. If there is restitution and your client has an objection to it, we can have a hearing on that. Affirmative finding of deadly weapon. 150 hours of community service restitution hours. The court will waive 40 of those hours if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring anyone to get the vaccination, but if you do, the court will waive 40 of those hours. Parenting classes, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider with minors, regular Zoom reporting, random UAs or patch, field visits 2 times per month, random. I'll waive the remaining of the community service hours if he obtains his CDL license. So that's your incentive.
Yes, ma'am.
Rebecca, is there anything else he needs?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Martinez, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. With that, we'll close the record. Good luck to you.
Thank
And
you.
always get tattoos. And if you're going to get tattoos, get them in a language that you understand, but you never know what's on there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Mr. Piddle, you can go to number 1 or either you can be excused.
I'll go to 1, Judge, just real quick, please. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And let me find Martinez. There you are. James Myrick.
Good afternoon. If I could say Mr. Vasquez, 180, Jonathan in custody, and as well as Joey, ADA Joey.
Oh, Joe Ray Garcia.
Yeah, if I need to say Joe Ray Garcia actually first to fix.
All right, Mr. Vasquez, don't go to that breakout room yet. Just give us a moment.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3, Mr.
Okay.
Meyer. James, I sent you to 3. Okay. And could the officer come back, please? Everyone just give me a moment. Mr. Cox?
I can speak somewhat on his behalf, Your Honor.
All right, so tell me what's
All
going
right,
on. Hi.
We're trying to verify some dates of incarceration in Tarrant County. I called over there right now, and so in typical fashion, their systems are down because they're doing some electrical work. And she's a very polite lady on the phone, says she doesn't have an ETA, so she don't know when she'll be able to give me that information.
What do you guys want to recall it for tomorrow? You think we'll know something close to then?
I can continue to try to look, Judge. I just don't want, I hate disappointing the court, you know, and I don't, if they're unable to get you that information and I can't give you, we can't pass along the information, I don't want to waste the court's time.
Yeah, because he's obviously, Judge, he was in jail, and what the problem is that trying to get, because he was kind of extradited here, he was brought here on the MTR warrant, but trying to get the time up there, the length of time he was there. We can show he came from up there.
Well, was he at a jail there? Did anybody contact the jail?
That's who I contacted.
That's who you contact. Well, could anybody maybe contact one of the prosecutors there and see if they would have better luck?
I think they're going to rely on the jail records, Judge. That's, I mean, that's how they're going to have to access the incarceration dates.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Is there any way for us to call somebody from the Bexar County Jail to call Tarrant County?
I hear the thing is that I think it's just their systems are down. It's not that they're not willing to give it to me. It's she said they're doing generator electrical work and that she would be happy to give it to me, but she just can't right now because she doesn't have access to that system. I asked if there was another number I could call, and she said, no, this is the number that you would call.
How far is Tarrant County from here?
That's in Dallas, near Dallas.
I think.
Hey, Brenham, my brother, we could have sent my brother and said, hey, while you're in Dallas, not visiting your sister, stop at the facility to get this information.
Yeah.
I kid him. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But Mr. Willis, you have your hand raised?
Yes, ma'am. I have paperwork showing that Tarrant County came and picked me up October the 26th. I was in Tarrant County since October the 26th until February the 10th. That's when Bear County came and got me.
And based on his timeline, I think he might not be giving himself enough days based on the arrest that I see.
Okay, and Judge, I was in Dallas. I'm sorry.
No, Mr. Willis, what the prosecutor is saying, based upon the dates that you're given, he doesn't think that you're giving yourself enough credit for enough time. So he thinks you were there longer than what you're saying.
Yeah, I was in Dallas County since the 27th to October 7th. So, I mean, that's like a month. I was in Dallas for a month before I went to Tarrant County.
Yeah.
I was arrested. Altogether, I was arrested for 5.5 months.
All right, so let's do this. This is what we're going to do. Let's recall it for Monday. However, if the state finds out something later this afternoon, then we can have you back here tomorrow.
That'll work.
Because it appears that you all are trying to do some sort of time off. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, Mr. Willis, whether you're at the Bexar County Jail or whether you're at the prison or whatever, because I don't know what the agreement is, time is going to pass and you're going to receive credit for it. But it is doable, but it's more difficult if you don't get the proper amount of time you have. And then we have to come back and add to it. That's more difficult. And I don't think you want to be given less credit than you feel or your attorney feels that you should have. So, Mr. Cox, are you able to come back on Monday?
I'll come back on Monday, Judge. And if we find out something, I can even come back tomorrow.
All right. So if you all find something out, let Ms. Ferguson know, because then she can maybe put it on the afternoon docket if you all find out late.
Would I also be able to speak to my attorney for a second, real quick, please?
Sure, just give me a moment. So we're gonna come back on March 7th.
And if I may judge, in the court summary that the probation officer gives, because the case was actually transferred to Tarrant County.
Yes.
The arrest information, the dates are in the court summary. We just don't have the verification from the jail. If you look at the court summary, she says when he was arrested, and it says about the Bexar County warrant in that court summary, but it doesn't. We don't have the direct information from the jail, so that's what we can try to get.
Well, and I will tell you, in the court's file, I do have a motion affidavit to surrender surety from Texas bail bonds, and they're saying that this is dated June 25th. And they're saying that he's in Tarrant County, but, you know, and they filed this, let me see. They filed it with the court on June 24th, 2021, to say that he was in custody in Tarrant County. So that's what I have, but time is gonna pass, Mr. Willis, whether you're at Bexar County Jail or if you're at the prison. So let's just make sure we get it right, okay?
All right, Judge.
All right,
so
thank you.
Monday, or if not earlier, it'll be tomorrow. Thank you,
Yes.
Judge.
You're welcome. Your client wants to speak with you.
That's fine, Judge.
All right, so I'll send you to number 4.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's the attorney for Harry Rocha?
Joseph Acevedo.
Mr. Rocha, can you unmute yourself and show your video? All right, everyone, just give us a moment and we'll wait till everyone's ready. Robert or Lupe, did you all send that thing to Julie? I mean, not Julie, Barbara Paulson? I'll call her. Hey. Oh, all right. James Mart, are you ready? You're on mute.
Yes, yes, I am.
All right, has all the plea paperwork been completed?
I think so. I think on my end and the defendant's end, I believe so, should be.
Okay, to the clerks, could you swear in Mr. Myrick's client, please?
I just approved the plea paperwork, Judge. It's going to you right now.
Thank you.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
Go ahead and raise your right hand, please, sir. I'm gonna swear you in. Are you Jonathan Vasquez?
Yes.
You understand these waivers presented by your attorney?
Yes.
You understand by signing them, you're giving up your rights to a jury trial,
Yes.
and everything's true and correct to help you God.
Yes.
Put your hand down, sir. And then just double check everything before. Okay, Mr. Vasquez, stand by. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, who is the party for the state on Vasquez?
Joe Ray, Judge.
All right, I think Mr. Meyer will be with us shortly.
I'm here. I'm all yours.
Oh, no problem. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 0702, State of Texas versus Jonathan Vasquez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense?
James Merritt, attorney appointed by the court for Jonathan Vasquez, defendant.
And are you Jonathan Vasquez?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and are you Mr. Vasquez?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Vasquez, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
It moves to waive the repeater enhancement paragraph on the indictment.
Any objections?
No objection.
Mr. Vasquez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with? The possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Vasquez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is waiving the repeater enhancement allegation. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. This will run concurrent with 2020 CR 9362. The state will take in consideration County Court cause number 670804. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
On that, I'll say mostly. I think there was maybe a snafu on the cause that to be taken in concurrent, the 2020 CR 9362. That actually is a final judgment. He's on parole for, so I don't think that's possible. Maybe that was a mistake by Joey to include that, right?
Well, here's the thing with regards to that cause number.
Yeah.
If he's on parole and he hasn't had a parole hearing, I can always request that this run concurrent. It's just the fact that I cannot order it and they are not bound by my request.
Okay. Yeah, just want to make it clear to the court that that's a final judgment. So, and he's on parole, and he served the time already on that.
That's the intent, Judge. He is on parole. I believe it was already revoked.
All right, then if he's already been revoked for that parole, then the court can run that concurrent. So does everyone understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Vasquez, you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
State, I'm sorry, defense, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Vasquez, to the offense that's alleged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
It offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
Any objections?
No objection.
Mr. Vasquez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We may proceed with sentencing.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 2 years in prison. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. This will run concurrent with cause number 2020 CR 9362. Take in consideration County Court cause number 670804. The court will give you credit for any time served. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question over the definition of weapon or ammunition, you'll need to contact an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez, you're at the point in your life where you still have more of your life in front of you than behind you. So you're gonna have to start doing better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We've got the record. So where are all these tattoos? Are they painful?
No. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a tattoo. It wouldn't be painful if it wasn't a tattoo. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Vasquez. Have a great
Yes,
rest of
ma'am.
your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All
All right, Mr. Myrick, you are done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, there are only 2 people we have left on the docket, which it appears they're going to have to be recalled for tomorrow because I don't know where their attorneys are. So we have Marco Contreras.
Judge, that was Eddie Bravenick. I think he just got called back for discovery acknowledgement.
Okay. Oh, and that's set for April 12th. Okay. And then we have Alejandro Rocha. Is that you, Mr. Rocha?
Joseph Judge, and he doesn't answer.
All right, can you unmute?
Yes, it's me.
All right, Mr. Rocha, we're going to call you back for tomorrow.
Okay, same time.
Yes.
It's gonna be the same number. Same...
No, you'll get a different Zoom link.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thank you for your patience. Be sure you
You're
get in
very-
touch with your attorney.
Of course, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and then the last person is Yost, and we'll talk about that off docket. Thank you, Mr. Rocha. All right, everyone, we're going to stop live